Okay, and I'm back again to show you the second part of this video. And when I left off, I'd created a small cylinder and took away the caps, the top and the base of the cylinder. So you have to find out where these are and change the size and stuff like that. So we'll just bring it out a little bit there. And we'll look at it here. Yeah, we should just move it up to one that's pretty close. Or what I'll do is I'll rotate this model. I'll rotate this model round. Yeah, front, so that I'm on one of these orthographic views. Front, back, or what have you. Just want to move this so that it's poking out. I think that is it poking out, yeah. You can see a little bit better there. Okay, and I'll move this model so that it's kind of in line with that. And I'll rotate this model as well. So that's not bad. There. Okay. What I need to do is bring it so that the edge is touching the edge of this one. And if you look at the top view, you'll see that it's not really bent round here. So what I'll do is I'll put a bend modifier on it, and sometimes this takes a little bit of experimentation. I'm never sure what I got. That's roughly about what I want. Section 0, 90, 0. So it should be flat that way, and it should be bent round, not that way, not that way. Not that way, it must be the x-axis. And that direction's crazy. Okay, bit strange. Forget that. What I'll do is I'll just simply move the edges back enough to suit. Just so they're touching on the front part. Like that. Yeah, that's much quicker. Okay, so with that done, I'll affect the pivot and I'll make it at 0, 0, 0, so that when I rotate the model, it rotates around this axis now. So I'll come out of the effect pivot, and now when I rotate, it goes round the cylinder shape. So I'll undo that, and I will hold down shift, and in the top report hold down shift and go round this ring here, hold down shift, go round till you see it lines up with this hole. Okay, that, and again bring it round, hold down shift till it lines up with this one. Okay, do the easy part of selecting these three. Hold down shift and drag them down to line up with these ones. Okay, and hold down shift and rotate about 60 degrees. So I'll actually turn the angle snap on here to get a perfect 60 degrees. Okay, and move those up the way, and they should line up pretty close. Yeah, just check all around, make sure that it's close enough. Yeah, it's not bad. And I'll copy these up and copy them down. Okay, so one thing I should have did, because I'll have to do each one individually now, is flip the normals of these, because unless the whole thing's double-sided, okay, I can see those are working, but if I have backface culling on, or I don't have force two-sided checked, then I am only going to see some of these edges here, I think. Yeah. So, silly thing I should have showed you is for each object is to flip the normals, but a quick way to do this is to select, let me just name this one so I don't select it, I'll collapse the UV map as well. Part2. And I'll go into the selection list and choose everything other than the barrel, so all these cylinders, and I'll go to the drop down and I'll go to normal, and I'll choose flip. You have to just render this to see if it works. Yep. So force two-sided off. Yep. And I flipped the normals for all of these, so I can collapse two for that as well. And that's how to do that. So I'll select all of these, ones again. I can apply a texture, but I'll just apply this white colour to these ones, render it out, and there you go, you've got simple low poly barrel without any geometry deformation. There's a little bit of adjustment to be made by some of them, but I've done this really quickly just to show you. And yeah, there's a bit of see-through for that map as well. It's not a perfect white. You could simply just go into GIMP or Photoshop, open that opacity map, GunBarrell, and brightness and contrast, and just increase the contrast. Bring the brightness up a little bit. So I'm going to pick this colour. It should be truly black. Pick this colour. It should be truly white. Pick. Doesn't want to pick the colour, maybe because the have to use the pen. So I'll pick that. Yep, it's 0, 0, 0. Pick that one, and it's all 255. Okay, and I'll just file and save that, and that should solve that problem. Render it back out, and you can see it's a little bit more pixelated at the edges. One, because I'm zoomed in really close, and two, because there's no filtering. So I could go into the material editor and blur things off a little bit and see how that looks. It's not really done too much. go into GIMP and you could apply blur about 2, 3, and save that, and that's a little bit better. So I will now bring the size of this down a little bit more, but just on the X and Y axis, so that's this band here, just a little touch, enough to take away that edge there a little bit more. And there you go. Obviously I've got some UVs to clear up around that inside part as well, so just like that. Unwrap UV. Now I'll choose a face, this one, and I can press this plus part to go in a ring or loop. It's better to do it through the UV editor. So I think it's a loop. I'll grow it in a loop or a ring. Sometimes. Plus. There we go. And I'll right click and detach edge verts. Oops. I want that. I'll just right click and hide selected. Choose this one. Mapping, flatten mapping. Select all these, transform gizmo and scale it right down. View the background map, view the texture map even, and just bring it into a white area. And then that should do it. So there you have it. And select all. You can attach parts by collapse the UV, collapse to attach parts by going into the element mode and choosing the list and choosing all of these other objects. Okay, I can unhide all and unhide all. Unfreeze all, anything maybe hidden or anything. Okay, effect back to the object, and effect to pivot. I'll just do a center to object, and I'll reset transform and scale as well. You can see that was offset there. Okay, so that's pretty much how I would do it. You can see these parts, they borrowed the same texture as well, so you'd have to fix the UVs of the first one really, then copy it and paste it. Before you copy and paste each of these little rings, you fix the UVs of the first one, plus you would flip the normals of the first one. Or I could select all those elements and change where they are in the UV layout. Yeah. Okay, until next time, cheers.